Hi guys, Amber here for another Talk to Me Tuesday. I think this is my third in a row, which may very well be setting a record for me. I have some stuff to show you and some stuff I can't. And I have to say, Jen, anytime you want me to be a pattern tester, just so I can be in on the secret, ask me. I will make time for you because this is so much fun. Anyway, so first things first, this is my Come Fly Away block that I made for my PPB. I'm very excited about how that turned out. One of the few times that my lines actually matched up pretty darn good, and so there's that. And I'm loving how the sparkles, I have this thing for sparkles, and I don't know if you can see them on here, but both of these blues or teal, whatever you want to call them, have glitter in them. I'm a huge fan of glitter. So I'm loving how they're coming out. And so there's that. Uh-oh. They didn't quite fit in my box. Then I don't think I showed you guys this last week because I vaguely remember it being in my bedroom on the floor. But here's my Buttercups block. As you can see, I chose to go with the medium rather than the advanced, the Buttercup quote. And then I still need to embroider her nose. To be honest, I'm a little bit afraid of doing it simply because I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up. I will do it eventually, I promise. So there's that. But also, last night, I finished my Wesley blocks into their frame. I'm a little upset with myself. I had never tried French knots before doing this block. I mean, I tried a couple just to see how they worked before I did them actually in the block. But when I was ironing and getting these pieces on here, I kind of, and I don't think you're going to catch this on the camera, but like this one, like one of the loops came up, and another one looks a little loose, for lack of a better term. So I'm a bit disappointed about that, and that's mostly on me and just my need to learn how to do French knots better. So there are those. What else did I work on this week? Probably not a lot that I can show you guys. I did do some stuff, I think, for the PPB. So there's that you guys can't see yet. Would you guys like to hear a funny story? I have lots of funny stories about when I craft in my rooms because of how everything's set up in here. Things just kind of happen. And so last night, as I was finishing my Wesley block, because it's a 10 by 20 block when finished, and unfinished it's 10.5 by 20.5, my cut and press, let me show you my cut and press. This is my cut and press. It's got like an ironing board, pressing board on one side, and a cutting board on the other. Well, it sits right next to me on top of a garbage can. So I kind of moved it out of the way because I needed 20 inches, can't see my hands, instead of just 18, which my cutting mat here is 18 by 12. So what's underneath the computer right now on the table is a 24 by 18 cutting mat. So I moved the garbage can and I cut my block, and shortly after that I turned off my machine. I have a little mini laptop here for looking up patterns and everything, so I don't have to drag my laptop back and forth. And I had turned that off and I went to bed. Well, not 5 minutes later I hear this thunk, and of course it startles me because it's like after midnight, and I come back into my craft room, which is all dark, and my iron, which had been sitting on top of the cut and press on top of the garbage can, had fallen off, which is kind of scary since it was probably still warm. It didn't burn anything, it didn't land on anything that got ruined, but it still scared me. Well, it turned out when I moved my garbage can, which I had not moved back, I tilted it just enough that it took a few minutes, but it fell down. So not long after that, I'm back in bed, reading, thinking about falling asleep, and there's a thump in my room. Well, I kicked off a really heavy book off my bed, so scared me again. So I keep reading, finally get my heart rate calmed down. About 2 a.m. I finally start falling asleep, and out of nowhere, dead asleep, out of nowhere, this music starts playing really loud, and it's coming from the craft room. Well, earlier in the evening, I was watching some YouTube videos on this computer. We call her Abby. I was watching some music videos, and in the middle of one of the music videos, the computer made this terrible noise and kind of did a scrambled blue screen of death, and so I hard restarted it, which I know you shouldn't really do, but I was panicking. I just wanted the computer to stop. And apparently, Abby had turned herself back on and started playing the music video that it quit playing several hours before. So I jumped out of bed, and I'm stumbling left and right, hitting the bed, hitting the doorway, tripping over stuff in my craft room to get over to the computer to turn it off, make the noise stop. And the funny thing is I had her off, like powered down, closed. Don't know what happened, but she started playing that. Let me tell you, heart rate skyrocketed. It was 3 in the morning. So by the time I got back into bed and calmed back down, it was probably not much later, but still, it's startling you out of a dead sleep. That'll keep you up for a little while. And I had to get up early this morning. Of course, I woke up early. I just didn't get out of bed, so I was nearly late to work. So yeah, didn't get much sleep. So tonight, I ended up taking a wee bit of a nap instead of crafting. So I may be up a bit late, thinking about doing something. Not sure. But yeah, so there was that. So I'm hoping tonight is a bit calmer. We're supposed to be getting this huge storm. Yeah, I think we've gotten an inch or so, and I don't think I'm gonna get a snow day tomorrow for it. They were predicting that we were gonna get 6 to 8 inches and all this blowing and crap. I just looked out at my car and I've got a dusting of snow, so unless it starts coming down heavy and whiteout conditions, I have the feeling I'm going to be working tomorrow. So there's that. And I think that's it. That's, not really mostly crafty, but I thought you guys would enjoy a fun story about me. And I hope you guys are crafting, and I hope you have a good week, and I will see you next time.